Okay, so we are at Pilates video number 7. So almost through the 2 weeks. Hopefully you've been keeping up, and these are the last 2. So for this one today, you will need a chair or a bench or something that you can use just to give yourself a little bit of extra stability. So it's a little bit of a Pilates bar inspired class today, just to mix things up for you. So it doesn't matter, it needs to be, roughly hip height, roughly. So it just needs to be stable enough to give you a little bit of balance, but not so much that if you death grip it, it's not about that. It's just a little balance point. Cool, so having said that, remember T-zone, pulling the hip bones towards each other and then zip up through the pelvic floor. We try to keep that active as much as possible. And we are coming into that Pilates breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. All right, so from here, we are going to start with, so you'll be facing the bench or your chair, but you're taking the feet out in like a little V, so it's almost like a ballet stance. So the heels together, toes out. Just do a little test run. If you bend the knees, push them out, will they track over your toes? If they won't, if they come in a bit more, then bring the feet in a little bit more. It's not about how wide the V is. Don't worry about it. Keep looking after your knees. So we rest the hands. Get that little turnout happening. And this is not a squat, so we're not trying to stick the bottom out this time. We're just trying to sink the tailbone towards the ground and lift. So we inhale, sink it down, exhale, lift. So it's just a small drop and a press up, lower and lift. Keep the chest up, keep those ribs in. So nothing is changing through the upper body. It's just the bend at the ankles, the knees, and the hips. And a little bend and lift. So we're just warming up the legs. Good, 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2, and last one. Good. Now from here, we bring the right foot forward and the left foot back. So you've still got a little bit of a turnout. Right heel kind of lines up with the ball of the left foot. And again, we little bend and lift, bend and lift. Just think ballet dancers are extremely strong. So we just do 6 more. This is all to warm up. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. Now from here, keep that front foot where it is. Step the left foot or the back foot over to the opposite side. So it's not going straight behind you, it's crossing over. And it's a little dip and lift. It's almost like a little curtsy. So we're trying to keep the body upright. So we're not leaning in as we come down. It's a little dip and a lift. Dip and lift. Keep the knees tracking toes, especially on that front leg. So if you do need to move that foot a little, please do. And we just do 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one. So now we sink it down, and this time come up to the knee towards the shoulder. Come back to that little dip, and exhale to lift up. So we come almost to the ground and up. Take it down and lift. A little curtsy and up. Keep the body upright. So that's not really changing. The movement is all coming from the lower body. Squeeze the waist to lift. Got it. So we do 4 more like this. 3, 2, last one. Then you have an option from here. So we're coming back into that curtsy. You can either stay with this version or extend the leg when you come up. So we come down, up, kick it out if you like. Down, up, kick it out. Your call. Which version? So you can just add that extension, work the back quads, or not. Still working the waist. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good. And then release. Shake it out. Do what you need to do. I'm just going to shift the chair, but you don't need to, obviously. Just trying to not look away from the camera too much. Okay, second side. Left foot forward, right foot back. Or whichever one you didn't already do. Keep the body still. Inhale to bend exhale, lift. Little dip and lift. So you go little plies, take the knees out, squeeze thighs. So you press out, squeeze it together, out and squeeze. Press the knees out and use the inner thighs to zip up when you're coming up. So it's not all quads. We got 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, now from there, we step that back foot all the way across. So we dip almost to the ground and lift. Keep the chest up and lift. This is why we have this little balance point. Dip and up. Lower and lift. Dip, up. Good, so you're keeping the chest up. Dip and up. Dip and up. It's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Then we inhale, dip. Exhale, come up, bring the knee to the shoulder. Dip and lift. Little curtsy and up. Squeezing the waist. Stretch it out. Squeeze. Stretch it out and squeeze. Good for 5. Lift. 4. Up. 3. 2. Last one. Lift. Good. Now we add on if you did last side. So we add the extension and lift. Take it down. Kick up. Take it down. Kick it up. Take the 7. Extend. 6. Lift. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. You got it. And release it. Shake it out while you're doing that. I'll shift ends once more. Okay. It's a heavier chair than you think. So the hands resting on the chair. So for this one you have a couple of options. Option 1, to make life a little easier for yourself, forearms rest on the chair or the bench or whatever you're using. This will help look after the lower back and take some of the pressure out of the core. If you want to work the core a little more while you're here, hands rest, walk it back. So the arms are long and the body is long. Trick with this one, the chances are either you'll start that way or as you get a bit tired, that tailbone will tilt towards the ceiling. You'll exaggerate that lower lumbar curve and then you might get a bit of a sore back. So either walk it in so the forearms are on the bench or really activate the core. So this can be quite strong for the core. Pull the ribs towards the hips, pull the belly button towards the spine. So you're keeping the core active. Hands rest, bend the right knee just a little, extend the left leg out behind you. Good, so we inhale, exhale to lift the leg. So we're trying to keep the hips square. So both hip bones face the floor. We inhale, exhale, lift. Dip and lift. So rather than try to get the leg high, we're really kind of opening out and try not to engage the back so we're kind of not flinging around. Everything else is still, just the leg moving. Good, so we lower, point the toes, exhale, lift, dip and up. Bend that leg you're standing on. Nice, for 6, lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, pull the ribs in, and last one. Good, hold the leg high, point through the toes, inhale. Exhale, little circles. So making small tennis ball size shaped circles. Just little circle, point toes, like you're trying to draw a circle. It might be a bit of a skewish circle, that's okay. 2 more. Then circle the other way. Kind of trying to balance it all out, keep those ribs in. Bend the leg you're standing on. Nice, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good, so from there we inhale to bend the knee, flex through the ankle, exhale, extend. We bend, kick it out, bend, extend. Good, keep that thigh high, but keep the hips square. Keep the ribs in, Keep the belly in. Try to keep the hands fairly light. So if you look at the hands, hopefully you're not seeing whites, like from pressure of pressing or gripping. For 3, 2, last one. Good, then we bend the knee. Inhale, bring the thighs parallel, so the knee's not going towards the chest. Then exhale, push the heel. Inhale, lower. Exhale to lift. Down and press through the heel. So the angle at the knee isn't changing. It's all coming from the hip. Still keeping the body still, so we're not aiming for that flick or that fling. And lift. Push the heel, lift. Down, press. Good. You got it. For 6, lift. 5, ribs in. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Nice. And release it. Shake it out if you need to. Unwind. Then the beauty of that is second side. So the chances are the leg that you're standing on is the one that you're feeling this in the most, and that's totally fine. The leg that's moving is more of a distraction. You're working hamstrings, you're working the glutes a teeny bit, but it's more the leg you're standing on. So if that's where you're feeling it, perfect. All right, so setting yourself up for the second side. So try to keep the hands the same, so whether the arms are long or you're on the forearms. Bend the left knee, right leg out behind you, point the toes, inhale, exhale to lift. Pull those ribs in, inhale, exhale, lift. So it's a tap and lift, tap, lift. Moving from the hip, check in with the hips. So imagine you had like a headlights on each hip bone. Both should be facing the same direction, well, it's facing the floor. And lift. Keep the ribs in and the body still. So you see it is actually easier on the core if you do have the elbows resting on your bench or chair. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good. Hold it there. Inhale. Exhale. Little circles. Just circle from the hip. So we're not going for circles with the ankles. The whole leg is moving. Drawing your circles for 4, 3, 2. Keep the leg high. Last one. Now erase them for 10, 9, 8. Other way. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hold the leg high. Flex the ankle. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, extend. So we bend, extend. Ribs stay in. Pull the belly button in. Nice. Keep the thigh high. Bend, extend. Inhale, exhale. Keep it high. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good. Then we bend. Inhale, bring it down. Thighs are parallel. Exhale, push the heel. Inhale, down. Exhale to lift. Pull the ribs in. Press. Lower and lift. Keep the knee the same. Push through the heel. Down and press. Ribs stay in. Good. Got it. Pull those ribs in. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep those hands light. 2. Last one. Good. And release and shake it out. Nice. Now, so from here, it's just a stretch. So just hands rest on the chair or the bench. Walk the body out. So this time you are keeping the arms long, no matter which option you chose before. Push the hips away from the bench or the chair. Push the chest towards the ground. So just get a really nice length through the back of the body. Good. 3 more breaths here. 2. And last one. Good. Then we slowly roll the way up. Okay, so you can ditch the chair or just move away from the bench, whatever you're doing. Okay, so from here, the feet are hip distance apart at the front of the mat. We inhale, lift the hands high. Good, and then exhale to fold forward. So so hinging from hips. Inhale halfway. Then exhale, hands to the ground. We step or jump the feet back and we find our plank. So you're lifting up through the center of the chest. Teeny little bend in the elbows, holding it there. 4 more breaths. So for 3. So trying not to lock any of the joints out. 2. And last one. So then we bring the knees to the ground, bring the big toes together, take the knees as wide as the mat or wider than your hips. Push the hips towards the heels, chest towards the ground, reach the hands out. So be a little active through the arms. Just 3 more breaths here. 2. And last one. Good, then we inhale to come up onto the forearms and the knees. Good, then from here we interlace the hands. Elbows sit underneath the shoulders. Interlace the fingers, and then we step the feet back. Find your forearm plank. Good, we hold it here. Just 5 breaths. 4. 3, pull those ribs in. Try to drop the hips so we're not in a little bit of a down dog or a little pyramid. 1 more breath there. And then lower the knees and have a mini moment. So this one is starting to work the obliques. So what it looks like, we come from our plank, we inhale, take the hips to the right, come up and over, then hips to the left. So if you think of it as a big arc, like a skipping rope almost. Also, we come into our plank, lift those knees off the ground, inhale, take the hips over to the right, lift up, exhale, to the left. So we come up, to the right, up, to the left. So you have 8 more. Start to work through the waist. For 7. Got it. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And last one, up and over, come back to center, come all the way down onto the belly. And just take a moment, come all the way to the ground, and just let the body rest there for a little mini moment. Take a deep breath in there, and a full breath out. Good, then coming up onto the forearms once more. Okay, so interlace the fingers once more, elbows underneath the shoulders, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, lifting the knees. Good, so this one, now we're moving forward onto the toes and exhale, pushing back. So it's a forward and a back, not an up and a down. Good, so the hips don't change their plane of motion, they're just going forward and backwards. So we find our plank, inhale forward, exhale back, forward and back, forward, back. So the whole body moves, coming onto the toes, push the balls of the feet to the toes, balls of the feet. Good. For 5, back. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good. Then inhale. Exhale, knees to the ground. Walk it back so you're finding your child's pose or your shell stretch. Take 5 breaths there. So you can keep the knees together if you like, or take the knees wide. 3 more breaths. 2, just rest the head. And last one. Good, then we inhale, come forward onto the hands and knees, and just walk the knees a little further forward and take the feet around to the side and bring the legs all the way out in front. So, sorry Liz, we're not doing the genie move today. So from here, legs are out long. Make sure you do have that space behind you. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale to roll down slow. So really curl it down. We'll roll down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. So from here, so get that microphone pack out of the way. Okay, so from here we walk the feet in. So the feet are towards the hips. And from there, stack the hands behind the head. Good. So we inhale, elbows wide, plant the feet. Exhale, little curl. So actually, if you do want to make it a little more challenging for yourself, pick the feet up off the ground and coming into tabletop. Just be mindful of what's happening with that lower back, with the curve in the lower back. You're either imprinted or neutral. Keep that the whole time. We inhale, exhale to curl. Inhale, lower, exhale to curl. Little lifts and up. Lower and lift. Keep the elbows just in your peripheral vision, so they're not drawing in each curl and they're not staying there. They stay where they are, and it's the upper body that moves. The arms are just coming along for the ride. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. Good. Hold and release. Hug the knees to the chest. We inhale here, and then exhale. Whether the feet were on the ground before or off the ground, we are all coming into tabletop. Good. So we inhale, stack the hands behind the head, and exhale, curl up. Hold that little lift and extend one leg. Inhale, bring it back in. Exhale, extend. So we bring in, extend, extend. Good. Keep the abs switched on. If you really need to, you can lower the head and shoulders. Feel free to do that version. Keep the legs moving. Just be careful as you come back in that you're not coming all the way back into the chest. You're coming back to 90 degrees. So inhale, exhale, extend. Inhale, exhale, extend. Just doing one more each side. And curl it out. Good. Then bring it in. Then we extend the right leg out on the mat. Keep the left leg in tabletop. Good. So the left foot is in line with the left knee. The left elbow stays where it is. The right leg is either on the ground, straight out, or slightly lifted off the ground. It's your choice. Inhale. Exhale, curl across to the left. Keep the right hip where it is. Inhale to lower. Exhale to curl across. So we lower and curl. Lower and curl. Good. 8 more. So again, be mindful of the elbow. So it will feel like you're going further if you pull with the elbow, but you're not actually changing anything in the core. So just let it come with the rest of the body, but don't add the extra movement through the shoulder. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. Good. Then we inhale. Now we have 2 options, so you can stay with that version if you like, or if you want to challenge it a little more, we exhale, curl up, and reach the leg, reach the hand. Inhale to lower, exhale, curl, and reach. Remember that right hip stays where it is, so the lower body isn't rolling around side to side, it's just the upper body. Good. So think of it as right ribs moving towards left hip. You just have 5 more of those. 4, 3, reach, 2, and last one. Good, hold it wherever you are, and then release. Hug that knee into the chest. Good. Now from there, we bring the other leg in, hug that knee in, and then extend the left leg out. Good, so you're bringing the right leg into tabletop. Glue that left hip where it is, hands behind your head. Gluing the right elbow to the ground, inhale. Exhale to curl across. So lower body stays still. It's just the upper body that moves. So think left ribs towards the right hip. Lower and curl. Good, you've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good. Hold and lower. Good. So you can either stay with that option or add the extra reach. So we inhale, exhale, curl, extend, lower, inhale, exhale, reach. So keep the bend if you like, at the reach if you can, and curl. Keep the left hip where it is. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. Hold it. Good. Then we inhale, release, hug that knee into the chest. Nice. Now from here, so we'll actually have two options. Sorry, I'm a bit sniffly this morning. So from here, so surfboard dust. So we hold the knee in. You can either curl up, hold the knee, and we switch knees. So you're alternating legs. You can keep head and shoulders on the ground if you like. If you want to make life a little more challenging for yourself and a little bit more of a hamstring stretch while you're here, go for a long leg. And remember, it doesn't matter where you reach, whether you reach calf muscle or the thigh. So we still curl it up and switch legs. So you're keeping chest up if you can, lower it if you need to. Keep bent knees or long legs. So we curl, switch, and switch. Keep the chest up and switch. So get that nice little hamstring stretch or that little squeeze through the hips. If you've got the bent knees, your call. And we just do 2 more each side. And switch, and switch. Last one. And then release it, hug the knees into the chest. Just a little rock from side to side. Massage that lower back a little. Then we come back to center, and since I'm on a roll with abs and we are in session 7, we can keep going with abs. If you need to, just press pause and have a little bit longer, do a little twist in between if you like. But otherwise, we're coming into that last little bit of lower abs. So you're extending the legs. It doesn't matter if they're super straight or not. Just remember, hamstring flexibility ranges. So right ankle is in front of the left, arms are by the sides. We inhale, exhale, little bunny hop. So you're really pushing feet towards the ceiling. Just keep it a small little movement, straight up and down, up and down. So lift, lower, lift, lower. Pause in between to make sure you're not using any momentum to help you out here. Just 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice. Now, from here, keep the right ankle on top. So you can either keep the legs high. This will make life easier. Keeping that imprint, lower the legs as far as you can without letting that lower back change. So you're really strong through the core. Then we inhale, exhale, lower the bottom leg. So it should be the left leg. We lower it towards the ground and lift. Lower towards the ground and lift. Doesn't have to touch. And this top leg can be as low or as high as you need it to be. Good. So you just got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. Then we inhale, hug the knees in. Little rock from side to side, little mini moment. Nice. And then you have one more, and then it's just a quick stretch and you're done. So you've almost made it. Now your left ankle on top. So we do have to balance that. We inhale, exhale, little lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. So it says lower, pause, lift, pause, lift. And you can press the arms into the ground if you like. Just making sure there's no momentum in the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Then we hold the legs long, lower it down as far as you can, keeping that lower back. Inhale, lower the bottom leg. Exhale, lift. Lower and lift. Just 8, 7, 6, you're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Nice, and then we hug it in. And now from here, plant the feet on the mat. I do like this twist because it does give such a nice length through the waist. Step the feet a little bit wider than your hips or mat width apart, arms out wide, and exhale, lower the knees to the left. So if you like, left foot onto the right knee, look back towards the right hand, twist it out. Feel the length through the waist. 3 more breaths here. 2. Last one. Holding for 1 more breath. Then keep that left ankle above the right knee and come back to center. So if you didn't have the ankle above the knee, bring it above the knee now. Slide the left hand through, catch a hold of the back of the right thigh or the right shin, and draw the right knee in towards you, pressing the left knee out. So just that last little stretch for the left side. Deep breaths. Relax the shoulders if you can, keeping the tailbone down, hips down. 2 more breaths there. Really make sure the knee is about 90 degrees if you can and the ankle is flexed. 1 more. And then we inhale to release. Take the feet back as wide as the mat or slightly wider than hips. Lower the knees to the right. If you like, right ankle on top of the left knee. Deep breaths here, looking towards the left hand. Just getting that nice length through the waist, stretching out the obliques. Just 2 more breaths here. Looking back towards the left hand. Last one. And keeping the right ankle above the left knee or bringing it there. Right hand through, catch the left thigh or the left shin. Right knee press as wide as you bring that left knee in. Deep breaths here. Slow it down. So you can go to a yoga breath now if you like, just going in through the nose and out through the nose. And really slowing it down. 3 more. 2. Last one. Good, then we inhale to release. Hug the knees to the chest. And then exhale to relax the legs, relax the body. Take your time if you have it. And just let the body unwind for a moment. So thank you for joining me for Pilates number 7. Well done.